Every elections, the Commission on Elections is mandated to conduct clean, honest, and peaceful elections. All our people want is a credible election, which all boils down to its men and women, the teachers deployed to man the polling centers, the security provided by the AFP and the PNP for our people when the vote. President Aquino is committed to securing the vote to ensure our people keep their faith in continuing his reform agenda to make us proud of our democratic process. Tonight we have the chairman of the Commission on Elections on the line, Chairman Sixto Brillantes. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Robert. Good evening to your viewers and listeners.
Sir, next year's elections will again be automated. The PCOS machines which you acquired from Smartmatic, are they ready? Any updates on the technology to ensure that the results will be as credible as 2010?
Yeah, it is not supposed to be as credible only, but it is supposed to be improved from the 2010. We're actually introducing some enhancements and improvements from the 2010 PCOS. No? There are certain additions that we have made already, and we still intend to make sometime this coming months. So it is an improved PCOS with new additions, so it should turn out to be better than the 2010.
Sir, is there any opposition left questioning the PCOS machines?
There are still some detractors questioning it, but based on the experience that we had in 2010, there was really no major deficiencies or glitches. And considering the improvements that we are doing now, we do not expect that the same glitches and defects will recur in the 2013 elections.
These oppositions, sir, will it hamper the deployment?
Which one? The PCOS?
Yes, the PCOS machines.
PCOS, we're bidding out all of these things. Deployment is one of them. We're actually bidding out the transmission process. We're also in the process of bidding the ballot boxes, the ballot paper. All of these are being done simultaneously since about a month ago.
And how many will be deployed nationwide, these PCOS machines?
Nationwide, we're supposed to deploy 76,000 PCOS, but we have a reserve of 6,000. So we have about 82,000 PCOS machines. We have 6,000 reserves. 76 will be deployed all over the country.
Sir, in 2010, there were some problems in the voting centers, clustering of precincts. Will this solve the long lines of voters waiting to cast their votes?
Yeah, we are not changing the process. We still have 1,000 voters per clustered precinct. But we're changing the process of voting, which really caused some delay in the voting. We have some queuing problems before, and this is what we're trying to solve now. We are trying to devise a new process wherein the voter does not have to go back and forth to the BEI or to the Board of Election Inspectors. We might even go to the extent of probably dispensing with the placing of this indelible ink in the finger, because after you shall have voted, you're supposed to go back to the BEI. And this caused some delay. Based on our time in motion study, we could save time by allowing the voters to simply fill up the ballots, go to the PCOS, insert the ballot, and then leave immediately thereafter without going back to the BEI.
So with regards to the results, how fast do we expect them to come in?
On election day?
Yes,
on election day, the culture of the Filipinos, they usually come, much of them come usually at as early as 7 o'clock. That is why there should be an initial queuing problem. As we move on into the morning up to lunchtime, then the queuing would actually be slowing down. And then people again would start coming back at about almost at the end part of the voting. This is a culture that we've followed already for several elections. So we do not expect any changes from this, except that if the voting process is shortened, we will be able to solve the queuing problem as what we experienced in 2010.
So moving on to another topic, today Malacanang released a statement calling for the dismantling of private armies and to determine the areas that may be placed under Comelec control. How many private armies are there? Where are they, and where are the election hotspots?
Well, the reports that we have received from the military as well as from the police is that most of these private armies are located in the armed provinces, in the 5 armed provinces, Sulu, Basilan, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, mainly. But we do not expect much of these problems anymore for the 2013. Considering the experience that we had when we had our general registration in July, between July 9 to July 18, there were really no, all the entire registration process was very, very peaceful. So we do not expect any big problems in the election day in 2013, especially that in the armed provinces, which are generally what we call now, not hotspots, but areas of concern, these areas of concern, we will be able to solve this because there is not much of a fight. Most of the warring politicians in these armed provinces have come out into some sort of a peace agreement among themselves, and we hope to implement this in the May 13, 2013 elections.
So dismantling of private armies and Comelec control will require the support of the AFP and the PNP. How is the deployment decided on? Is the Comelec on top of this?
Yes, we are always in constant touch with the military. We generally have what is known as the command conferences, where we determine where the military and the police will be deployed in specific areas within the provinces where there is concern about possible violence or intimidation of voters. This is usually done by continuing dialogue with the military and the police, which we will be doing as the election day approaches.
So and finally, how different is this elections coming up next year? In 2010, you were an election lawyer and you saw many anomalies in the past. Would you say significant reforms was put in place during your watch to guarantee credible elections?
When I was an election lawyer, Albert, the practice that we had was really more on the manual system. But most of the fraud and the cheating in the manual system is no longer applicable to the automated system as what happened in 2010. So what we're studying now is really more of ensuring that the automated system will be improved rather than solving problems of fraud and cheating, which generally occurs in case of manual elections. Since we don't have any manual elections anymore, we do not expect much of this cheating to occur in 2013.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much for joining us tonight. That was Comelec Chairman Sixto Brillantes.
Thank you very much.